अनजाने रास्तों पे हम निकल पड़े।
Battle spell on CD.
Request backup.
Gather at the turtle.
Our turret has been destroyed.
Pro, M7.
The wedding, or
Yeah. I wished her like congratulations like a day or 2 days later.
hey,
I was busy. I was working here.
a lot of people just say better late than never.
Yeah. They do?
Yeah.
All right. Well, CG, they banned out the Eve, the Fanny, as well as the Sora for Tianfeng Yaguai. Banning out the Jushin as well as the Kalia. Now, let's talk about CG's draft here, right? They're banning out the Eve, the Fanny, as well as the Sora. The Eve as well as the Sora kind of feels like they want movement, right? They want to spread out. They don't want to be boxed in. The Fanny, I feel like, is just a bit of PTSD.
Fight for the
Yeah. I
ultimate
think we're also getting to a
anthem.
point where I think Claude should be considered as a first pick prize.
yes,
Should be
yes.
something that I mean, especially if you have a very, very good gold laner.
Yeah.
We saw Oheb, Innocent, and Stitch all do well yesterday. Claude, guys.
I like that. That's also just a statement.
Claude Gaming, yeah.
Claude
Yeah.
Gaming.
Claude Gaming. He's 5-1, by the way.
5-1.
Claude is 5-1. Is it against the carry? I think it is.
Realme 15 Pro, M7 official gaming phone.
Lancelot, he can just go all the way.
Sorry, at this point, definitely has not done anything, man.
No.
I've not done an attempt. Well, when they do, it ended pretty bad.
The attack or the conceals that you hear. That's about it. There's a kick. Zed's just going to kick Gate 3. They want to deal with this. Vel is gone, deleted, dusted, and gone again. Double kill. Yi1 going to be in trouble trying to get away as Gate 3 chasing down. They still have the Lord. Even with Chiku gone, CG might want to end it here. They have enough damage. There it is. Amstic finally being able to shine, and Carry will clean up the kills as they go for one more. A shadow kill to delay it, and that will be game of 1 going over CG Esports.
GGCG match point 1-0 currently. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, this is an elimination match, which means Tianfeng Yaoguai are a game away from being eliminated.
This is the first win for CG, and this is the most stable draft, I would say, that they've been able to get for themselves. The fact that they're able to get both Grok as well as Lapu that has a 100% win rate, and of course the Claude being one of the most picked heroes in the current meta, it looks like they were given every single hero that they need, and then from Yaguai looked a bit lost, especially in the drafts there.
It looked very, very lost, man. And I honestly just feel like it's because of the fact that they were very, very uncomfortable yesterday. Again, he won. You'd expect the Lunox, right? The easiest pick to go for there in Red 4 would have been the Lunox pick. You deny it away from CG, and you get it for yourself. But the fact that they pick up Valentina means, again, they were just uncomfortable. They probably didn't want to trust E1 on it again.
And I think not only that, but like, again, there's many boxes to check here. Yeah, the Cho pick, so far we've seen it time and time again. Yesterday in the hands of CG, where it's like, you know, they kept going for these kicks, almost even expending Conceal, expending a Flicker to kick who, right?
Exactly.
A Grok. You're going to have to commit so much, and the whole discussion of you just don't have enough damage. Even if you're going for one of the squishier heroes there, Grok is not going to be one of those. And, you know, so I think it was just that kind of they didn't know where to go. You mentioned it just feel like they were kind of scrambling around the map, kind of like, what do we do here? What do we find a win? And it was just so difficult to do that.
That's the unfortunate situation when you're using something like a Cho, right? The first question when you see a Cho is, which side are you on? I mean, like, when I play with Husky, there's many times I kick a Lancelot over to him and he was using something like a Farsight, you know?
Yeah.
And he's like, dude.
We don't play with each other anymore, but, you know.
So he was the one that said, I also only play YSS with good people, good teammates.
Yeah, basically. Like, when he plays with me, he prefers EXP.
So now we know it's Husky, okay.
Yeah, but, like, many things.
Performances, at least from the game.
Just constantly Dianfeng Yaguai looking for plays, desperate plays at that, trying to come back in the game, but CG not letting that happen. And then we see this, which is just, what are we doing? We're all inning on balance. Say it worked, you would only get balance. That's like a guy with no bounty. There was no value that you would get there. And then Ye 3 could just do whatever they want. He wanted Gary as well, and he just kept on doing that. We don't get to see the one after that, but then, yeah, obviously with this big of a lead, they went through it. Great wave manipulation by CG.
Yeah, it's very hard as an EXP later if you're doing very well. You have the confidence to get a very good set for your team. Yeah. But if your team does not have the damage, does not have the reach, it makes you second guess yourself. Because looking at how Vel plays, I'm pretty sure there's many times he wants to dive forward. But he basically doesn't want to feed, right? He doesn't want to make the problem worse. Because even look at the items here, E1, even with the lightning as well as the wishing lantern, even with basically no MR from CG, they weren't taking any damage.
No, Valentina does no damage, man. And that's why the only time we saw Valentina work was in the XP when he built tank, not damage.
It's not looking good for the Valentina right now. This the win rate before this.
He's on fraud watch.
Yeah, fraud watch, just like Sora, by the way.
Yep,
just like Sora. But yeah, again, I have to agree. You know, Vel, he held his lane well. He
to remain calm because anything can happen for the game together.
Okay.
That's the most
The M7 Battle Pass, because it went live on January 1, 2026, packed with exclusive rewards.
A lot of rewards that you guys could get. Which one do you guys like? The normal Granger skin and M7 or the Prime one?
I like that you're so nice of just picking
Don't
it
worry.
up. I was just about to leave it there. Yeah, the Granger's Thunder Ascended Epic skin,
What
the
would happen if I left it there?
Finality Prime skin, M7 figurine, I guess we'll never know. Either ways, there's battle facts, Prime F top orders, and all of that. Plus, you can get the Gato Kacha Solo Sport skin for free, and the fan favorite M5 Yuzong
It's back.
It's back. Don't miss all the wonderful rewards. Do we have more ads after this?
We do.
All right.
There's
pretty important, but they really got to make sure.
isolate yourself,
I mean, that's what I would do.
or are you putting your shoes in the boy?
What? Yeah, I guess that's what I want. You know? Instead of reacting immediately,
Yeah.
how about Dad just
Think about it.
think
Alright.
about it for a while?
Okay.
You know, maybe he had a good reason, right? Maybe there was a kid that gets bullied, right? And you're the hero, but then you're the one that got suspended.
Fight.
All right, so
Fight
how
for
are
the
And the-
who's who in that story?
And
Yeah.
the kid that was bullied, his dad is a CEO, but he doesn't know it yet.
So
Okay,
that's
but wait, is that Dianfeng Yaguai
yeah, I
or
was gonna
CG?
say, is that which
Yeah,
one's
yeah,
the
exactly.
boy?
Exactly, yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Alright.
In terms of the drafts here, Dianfeng Yaguai banning out the Grok, smart,
I think CG's the dad because they're cool dad.
Ah,
Story.
cool. But that would be CD.
cool
not CG.
granddad.
I can't speak.
Cool granddad.
Cool grand.
Actually, no, you can't, because they're children.
Children.
The children's
guy.
goat.
Oh, that sounds better. The children.
Yeah, right?
guy.
It's actually not bad.
All right.
So Grok ban, which also means that they don't want to first pick that, so that's very interesting. And then Eve as well as the Hilda. And now for CG, banning out the Kalia, the Fanny, as well as the Jushin. In terms of first pick here, what is uncookable?
Claude.
What? Claude.
Claude.
Yes, yes, yes.
You just take it, man.
First pick, honestly, if you have a really good Claude player, I would say, hey, I'm an advocate for first pick Claude. But the Undefined Yaguai, they may not have that. They have a good Moscow player.
Yeah.
They
no,
do.
They do. Makes sense.
I like it. I like it. I like it. We are going to see more of this, by the way. First pick Claude as we get into the later stage of the tournament. This is going to be the new Bruno.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The only thing that worries me about it is last game was what, 10, I think under 11 minutes. It was like 10:40. So even for Amzik, the last game, like he was just like that base finish was like, oh, I can finally do something, you know. But then the game was over. So I feel like even with a first pick Claude, you obviously need to be able to go ahead and win that lane. But the rest of the team needs to be doing the right things here for DFYG, because if you don't get to utilize the Claude, especially when that 3-item power spike happens, which is usually under the 10-minute mark for a lot of the gold laners right now, then you don't really get to utilize this quality first pick, and they have to be able to complement it. Look at this, wow. So it's actually CG that's going to say, okay, now we'll take the run.
Dude,
the choke.
You're the analyst. What do you think?
I feel like at this point, it's like, dude, we want all 3 games. I like the Lancelot, to be fair. The Cho, though, why are we prioing Cho like this?
You can't spell Cho with an ow.
Yeah, like earlier, I wanted to be a little bit more feisty and say, yo, which one would you go for, Valence Cho or Zed Cho? And now we actually do get it, so hey, it's a battle of the Chos. I hope balance improved.
Let's hope Amzik is the one that's like, how about you give that to me?
Yeah,
Right,
yeah, you
right,
know
right.
what? Amzik
Yeah.
should be like, yo,
Like-
Coach Rain?
Yeah.
You know-
or just like, Valence, look at me. I know we don't talk. Right?
How do you know when they don't talk?
Huh?
They don't talk?
Men don't talk. Right?
What are you doing right now?
Actions speak louder than words. Every time I'm speaking to you, am I or am I not moving my body?
I just remind you, they were referred to as kids earlier.
Yeah, they're
All right,
not.
you know what? Children don't talk. Actually, they do too
They do a
much.
lot, yeah.
They do quite a lot. Okay, carry pick. If this is not a carry pick, it's gonna be a very hard lead.
I think it's fine, by the way. Like, I don't really like the carry into Claude anyways here. It's 5-1.
So what?
tournament right
Obsidia?
now. Okay, not.
Oh, that's a little too far.
Yeah, I'd say just go for the pick and gold later.
You know what's interesting though? We haven't seen too many fighter golds like lately.
We've seen Freya coming
Yeah.
in from
Alter Ego.
Oh, there you go.
and Alter Ego.
No. They go Harith.
I like the Harith. It's okay. It's not the best choice here, though. I really don't like the Harith here. It's good as a combo with the Lancelot. You have magic and physical, but against a Farsa plus Claude, that seems like a very bad Harith game.
I'll take the Harith over the Joe. But this does mean that this show is not gonna go gold.
Yeah, and that means they banned the Guinevere as well. Super kid on Gwyn. I don't really.
With a 0% win rate so far
Yeah.
here ever since the 1st of January.
They're just cool guys,
I
but
was
they're so
gonna say,
cool.
yeah.
They want the Undefined Yaguai to fight back.
I feel like they're just they're in that situation where it's like, we'll take this one, you guys got this one, and in terms of heroes, right? Not I don't want to say games here entirely, but I also think this is more of a redemption probably game for Valence here, because the Cho's got a 33% win rate in 6 games.
Yeah, Cho is overrated right now.
And that's what I'm wondering. Like, it keeps getting picked up, and there's other great roaming options.
That, in a way, yeah, I like that you say redemption, right? Either he can be a Cho god or Cho garbage, you know? Like, so it's
both
it's
CG.
either or.
It's still CG.
It's still CG.
There's a whole lot of CG.
I can't find another G word that sounds bad. So there you go.
I mean, if you use this word for some people, it's bad. No, no,
No.
ginormous. I was gonna
Okay.
say that. Yes, that could be.
I know.
Good
I
news
like
on
that you guys know what I'm saying.
Yeah. No, yeah. Okay. CG. I think
Alex.
Lunox is still what?
No, I feel like if they want EXP, I
Alex?
feel like it's a playmaker.
Yeah, I think the Alice is okay. But in the in mid, I think Lunox should be the choice. But
No, I
it's
mean-
up against Farset
No, I'm like
as well.
Alice EXP.
What if they just?
Oh yeah.
What if they just go Valentina? Like, they take the Valentina
Actually,
and the
I think
Cho.
it's not bad because you can get the better S right.
Yeah.
They go Uranus against the Farsa and Claude. Interesting.
So when you say interesting, what do you mean?
It depends on how I say it. If I say interesting, that means it's good. If I say interesting, it usually means
It's a
I
little
don't like
neutral towards negative.
it. Yeah.
Neutral negative.
Like on stream, I would literally just say it.
Yeah.
With different words.
Yeah.
Yeah. You on stream your vocabulary is more extended.
Yeah,
Yeah,
very
It really-
different.
It does seem that you read the thesaurus.
Yeah. I have a whole thesaurus with me when I'm on stream.
Even speaks different languages on there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like gusto ko, kain sinigang araw-araw.
End of one
Galing mo.
is the
That's really good.
beginning of another.
Well, the Eastern Shin as well as Esmeralda picked up. I'm really liking Delphi Yaguai's draft here.
Yeah, same. CG, I don't know about the Uranus as well now. The Eastern Shin, Farsight, and Cloud should be able to tear through
That's why
that
it's be a
Uranus.
Valentina.
I really think it should be Lunox, man.
Lunox?
Yeah, if it's Valen, who the heck's gonna deal with Mr. Esme? Mrs. Esme.
Miss Esme, I don't know, man. That's a tough one.
I don't know. Kadita would also might be okay.
Against the Farsight, yeah, but it's expanding
No,
river.
like you have to trust your Joe, right? Get a kick. You
See,
swim.
in normal
like-
situations, I would agree with
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
I was gonna
But after
say,
yesterday, I don't know how strong that trust is, man.
I feel like the whole world that's watching pretty much kind of chuckled at that one, especially the fact that 33% win rate right now.
Yeah.
There it is, Lunox.
Agent M, Agent N.
Yes.
We keep talking about trust during the shoot.
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, I wasn't there, but I'll agree.
You were there in spirit,
All right.
not the team, but like you were astro projectualizing yourself
Yes.
there.
Okay. So what about it?
Wait, what do you think about the draft?
I think I like the Undefined Yaguai, but the fact that they didn't ban the Lunox and they went for the Esmeralda means that the Esmeralda can get cooked if Chiku gets 5 kills to start again. So if the Undefined Yaguai don't get 5 kills to start, they have a chance.
Hey, you know what? I trust Valence. I feel like he can use his abilities in a way
I trust he can use his ability.
that will make you proud. We're jumping into game number 2. It's 1-0 in
5
favor
seconds till
of
the enemy reaches
CG.
the
Can
battlefield.
Dongfeng Yaguai win
Smash
this
them.
one to extend the series?
The Undefined Yaguai are on the brink of elimination here. Match point. Welcome to the land of Dawn.
Welcome to Mobile
Super Ken back
Legends.
on a Yisun Shin. Oh! Okay, Vengeance Esmeralda. That's why they were so brave, despite having the Lunox open on the other side.
Very rare, by the way.
Very, very rare. And you will be locked down, by the way.
I know why.
Why?
Wait, you
'Cause
don't
he-
know why, or you
no,
do know why?
I know why.
Why?
He doesn't go for the Purify because he trusts that Valence.
Oh
Will help.
my.
Like,
Yeah.
that's me thinking meta.
Yeah.
Like he telling his coach, do I need Purify? And then the coach like, do you think you need Purify?
From what happened yesterday, makes sense, right? But you are going to be way more vulnerable to getting kicked. So that's a give and take. I guess that's the give and take that Yanfeng Yaguai are comfortable with. Let's take a look at the emblems though. This time it's Master Assassin. See, for Lo, he thinks he's going to be able to win out the lane against the Harren, which is a very, very good call. Tenacity on the Esmeralda. Nothing too crazy on the other side though, yeah? Yeah, just a classic Tenacity Vitality. A bit of thrill there for Valence so that he has more base damage to play with.
Yeah, quick arcane boots coming in from both E1 as well as Chiku. So, but this time I don't think Chiku should be getting that many kills because it's quite tanky and Zed does have that revitalize.
Yeah.
So if somehow Chiku gets a lot of kills, that's really their fault.
I mean, even in the last game, I was just surprised that he got that triple so early on, and that's just kind of what paved the way, you know, to that scaling and that MVP performance that he had. But in this case, I think for CG Esports, it's more so it's going to be a little bit slower paced, unless depending how that first turtle goes too, because on both sides you have great level 4 power spikes in terms of like the ultimates that are available to them.
Okay, level 4 already for Yi1. Esmeralda as well there. There should be a free turtle. There should be no chance unless Gary steals it away. Let's see.
I don't know if Gary can get there in time. He's already Oh, he does! Goes in with Retribution out from Super Ken as Chiku picks up a kill. They're going to be going for more a kick, not in the direction, but it doesn't matter. Valence lives despite under the turret. They pick up 2 plus a turtle. Gary wants to take more. He's going to go ahead and grab himself a purple buff from DFYG.
Don't worry, LaFell. I saw that reaction. It worked out. It worked out.
No, I was sneezing, so I looked away.
Right.
He survived too.
It worked out. It worked out. Hey, see. Oh.
Hero has
Maybe we
been
should shut up.
slain.
Talk about working out. We worked out in the morning.
Oh.
Oh, no. Okay, Gary's
Man.
fine.
Gary's already again doing this to Super Cam, and the gap is going to be crazy here as Gary has stolen away the purple buff, has stolen away a green camp. Super Ken can't do anything right now but go for Lethal Wanderer. He's going to be at least 2 levels down by the time Gary, or sorry, 1 level down by the time Gary clears up orange.
Yeah, so honestly at this point, CG that was a good way to steal away that turtle. But right now, I kind of want to see a bit more systematic coming in from them, because I feel like their mid trio is pretty good at starting bolts.
They want to start this one up here in that gold lane. Amzik trying to get away, a jump defensively by Zed. And Valence doesn't have the flicker, so he can't really continue on there, so nothing happens.
Thank goodness.
No, good cancel there from Long. Let's take a look at the items here. Supercan is able to steal away a green camp, so that levels things a bit more. But yeah, Gary is so consistently farming out. 200 gold lead for the jungle. It's still manageable, really, for Tianfeng Yaoguai. It's not the crazy lead that we saw with 3 kills on Chiku. But still, it's not what you would expect with this composition. You would expect a free neutral objective contest earlier.
Yeah, no, at CG, I kind of feel like they're on a ticking time bomb because they're not using a draft that, personally, in my opinion, scales as well as Tianfeng Yaoguai. Especially, like, the only reason why they can go to the late game is probably just Chiku. But Chiku really has to be the one to take care of 2. Long and Super Ken, or E1 and Long, like, as long as they're able to get 2, I feel like CG will have enough damage for the rest.
Yeah, fighting for the turtle here. Valence looking for a setup. Whoa, in the gold lane too. A little 1v1, but they already started up around the turtle. E1 gonna have to back off. That feathered airstrike won't hit anybody. No use there. A jump from Zed fell on the chase. Chiku will survive. They pull off the turtle, but after getting a kill, CG should have the green light for this one.
I think the observers understood the site.
Yeah, you know what?
Yeah.
I'm gonna say that's one of the few times that I would be like, yo, W observer for me to play up, because thank goodness we didn't get a full view of Yi1 just completely ulting nothing.
Yeah. Like, honestly, a lot, right? That entire thing happened. I can't believe we looked away, we came back, and basically no one died.
And we were happy that we looked away.
Yeah, I was quite glad.
Too. I mean, part of that is just, you know, you were talking about the scaling earlier on here, LaFell, and I would say that if CG does end it quickly off of, you know, maybe some of the errors that we see from DFYG, you kind of get to avoid that power spike that's going to come from Lung here on the Claude, and I feel like, you know, that's what needs to happen with this lineup that DFYG has.
Yeah, not just Lung, but Super Ken as well. And I think that Tianfeng Yaoguai, they have a good draft to really protect their base.
Oh, this time again, feathered airstrike going to be used, and it just no hit at all. The turret's still going to stay up though, 1 HP on that mid.
Yeah, but probably not going to survive all that long. Valence does have the Way of the Dragon. I just want to see that.
Yeah.
He has it. Not saying he should use it.
He has it.
But he has it.
In some scenarios, he should use it, but he has it right now, is what LaFell's trying to tell y'all back at home, all right? But yeah, so far, even with the Vengeance, it seems like it is a big problem still. Valence, hey!
Oh, Valence, okay.
He's good, he's good. He got the turn.
Yeah. He understands with all the martial art trains that he has done. You can punch a structure until it crumbles.
Yeah.
Don't be afraid of the guy that trains 1,000 different punches.
But be afraid of the Grok, because they tried to do that the last game, and the Grok did not go down.
Yeah.
He's kind of a structure, isn't he?
Yeah,
Doesn't he have a castle
yeah.
on him or something?
Yeah.
Oh, they go on Valence.
Oh, Valence. Not sure if he's going to be able to. Okay, he does Kundo for the airstrike, not enough damage either. Didn't even have to burn the flicker.
I feel Valence did something to Tianfeng Yaoguai because they just love him, or technically they hate him. Both games now, it's just they target Valence.
I mean, like, love and hate, they're usually speaking in the same breath. Usually how a lot of fight starts.
Gary going to do the same thing here where he just shows up, gets the retribution off. They're going to go for it, and that he does. Gary again, 3 for 3 on these turtles for CG, and I don't think they're going to force anything further, man. DFYG just struggling.
I like that the CG, they're basically just playing macro, not really forcing fights, understanding that Tianfeng Yaoguai is the one that has to get away.
There's the kick, fell. Trying to bob and weave out of there. Thorn Rose doing quite a bit, but still, it's just CG taking what they want. A3 is going to be fine. He's on that Uranus, and they just continue playing that macro level.
We got to look at the items here to really see, like, what's the difference, especially when it comes to farm. Looking at here, it's really mid-diff again.
Yeah, I don't know how to say it lightly, man, but Yi1 is getting gapped so hard. It's not even funny. Like, the feather airstrikes have just been missing. Fell?
Oh, fell, even with a vengeance. There's 3 members of CG here. He does try to get away, but Chico will go ahead and secure that kill. And now a feathered airstrike. Drop down this time Super Ken to follow through, finally getting something for DFYG, but they're just losing across the map.
Yeah, so for CG, again, they're just really punishing the undefined Yaguai. The undefined Yaguai have tried to deal damage, but as long as these feather airstrikes don't land the way they should, it's going to be a struggle. And the fact that E1 is so far behind means that it's going to be easier and easier for CG to dive through and to stop E1 from getting feather airstrikes. Because usually on Farsa, you get one feather airstrike and then you run and it's already okay because you've done enough damage. In this case, you go feather airstrike and you miss it, then you run, you don't do any damage, and you've just gone away.
Okay, Mount Striker being used, just clearing up this top side, keeping Gary under control here. They might try to make a play once again, and AOG going to be used, and the A3 will try to get out. He's taking quite a bit of damage, and he will still survive long enough. Now, Gary is trying to disengage here with Valen's trying to help him out. They're full force here. Finally, Loon getting a kill on the board, and now Valen's on the run. DFYG will pick up a kill in perfect time. Lord's up, and now Amzik joined the fight. Dropping down that Zaman force, but Vel pops and he stays alive with a bit of shield, and Amzik's the one to get punished. This is a turnaround for DFYG.
Yeah, that was a whole lot of what just happened there, where CG, they overextended, and it looked like they didn't have enough damage, and even I'm not entirely sure why.
Oh, this is a time for them to go ahead and secure themselves the Lord. Valens jumps in. He's gonna get caught all by himself now. They're just trying to delay the Lord. Gary, can he get here in time? He's so far away. Super Ken will secure the Lord. A jump. Chiku trying to survive, popping off the bolts here, but he had to flicker out.
So the scaling. The undefined Yaguai have really good scaling, and technically they did scale, but also CG, Harith was bottom lane. A lot of times you'd be like, what is the Gore lane doing in the bottom lane if you're playing solo? But this ain't solo, man. They actually can communicate. They should know that Amzik was down below, yet they took the 4v5, and that's why you saw the undefined Yaguai win it out. It was also a very awkward fight because CG, it looked like they already baited enough resources to back away with the F3 tanking up all the damage, but then they kept on going. That should have been a good sign to back off, right? Yet 3 was already low. He needs to at least sustain back up regen. He has the chance to ice Pauldron now with Oracle, but the thing is, a few of those kills went too low on the Claude. A very broken pick currently. And you can see with the 3-item power spike now, he's going to start doing damage.
Oh, and a jump. Going to force Amzik back, and Lung jumps in with a blazing good. He does BMI on back to safety, but Amzik taken out, and now under the turret. CG on the run, trying to get away here. The stun comes through as Chiku falls, and Lord still up. DFYG quickly turning things back in their favor as they take out a tier 2. Mid lane's going to be pushed by Gary, though. He's going to go for his own tier 2 turret push. They deal with that. Gary tries to get something that looks like that tier 2 will fall. Feathered airstrike once again. Yate 3 flickers defensively. They want their base turret here. DFYG made the work, and they get that base turret.
Yeah, honestly, right now for CG, they're just a little bit all over the place. There's no real system. There's no real structure on what they're trying to do. There's no communication saying like who goes in first, last, and etc. They're playing based on instincts, right? What do you feel like? What do you want to do now? And what they want to do now is like, I want to limit test. Let's see if we can kill Vel. And then they couldn't kill Vel. They stick around a little bit too close, trying to bait them out, but then they just don't realize they're putting themselves in danger.
I just wonder what happened to the macro gameplay that we were seeing in the early game, right? CG were playing such a good game of MLBB. They had the leads. They got perfect turtle. They were building towards a bigger lead, but now they're the ones caught. AOG.
AOG going to be used. It's on the A3, so nothing to follow up off of that. And so you find back to it, and I think that's the question, is what happened to the macro level of gameplay we're seeing from CG. I think you just kind of have to settle back in and kind of recalibrate. Now that the Holy Crystal is in the hands of Amzik, you know, he's got his power spike too. Lung hit his earlier, about a minute or so ago, but Amzik's positioning too, you know, it's got to be very on point because there's so many ways to cut Amzik off on the disengage, just like we saw happen to Chiku.
Yeah, because honestly, whenever Amzik fights, it's kind of he's all alone, right? And I feel like Harv is more annoying when there's so many targets that you kind of lose track of Harv in the middle of a team fight. But if Harv is all alone, then you know how to catch that cat. And you know what happens when a cat gets caught?
What happens?
I don't know.
Oh, I was waiting for an answer there. But yes, the Harith, we did say they was going to struggle already, right? Up against the Claude and the Farsa.
Oh, Valens goes in with a flicker, trying to get a kick. He's going to get AOG taunted with the Unbreakable, get zoning in. But meanwhile, Vel will fall. Good damage coming through from Amzik. And now Gary caught with the stun, and Lung jumps in with the blazing do it, but he's going to get kicked. And now Lung in trouble as he falls the trade 3 for 2. And CG Esports, they'll go to start this Lord. Super Ken is still up with a retribution, though.
But that was the best kick I've seen from Valen so far.
Yes, sir. Free Lord because of it as well. The instant punish from CG. I don't know which one was like the one I should highlight. The botched initiation or the fact that Yanfeng Yaoguai lost that fight.
Definitely Yaguai, definitely. Because I kind of feel like that.
Because it's what?
Yeah, we're going to be looking at an instant
There you
replay
go.
here. Right? Let's break this down. It was a botch engage coming in from a CG, but then we got to look at the response here. They were all focused on Valens, and all the while, Amzik was all alone, able to deal damage. He won a lot of damage onto Gary, got caught, got stunned up, and Lung, I understand why he had to make the move, because if he cleaned that up, they would have won.
Sure. And now they're knocking on doorsteps.
See what happens here. Lord's gonna go charge in. Mount Trucker already used two. The Lord's gonna actually be cleared out very quickly. Good clear. Gary will jump in. Oh, Phantom Execution. Lung has to flicker out. And now in the mid lane, Amzik trying to stay alive, but he's taking it down. Revitalize coming in clutch here from Zed. He'll take some damage. They're gonna run him down. I'm not sure if E1's going for an angle here too. Way on the sides. They want to force this fight. Knowing without Amzik, maybe they can take it. Gary trying to help Ye3 out. Ye3 consecrate there to heal back up. Gary now trying to get away. Lung jumps in. Blazing duet. The damage is there. They'll take out Valens and Ye3 next. Double for Super Ken.
That was honestly amazing coming in from Yanfeng Yaoguai, catching the mistake of CG Esports and Amzik on this pick, on this Harif. Actually, you know what? The entire of CG Esports. The bane of their draft right now is honestly that Gato Kacha. Every single time someone dies, they got taunted, right?
Yeah.
CG needs to stay calm and not get taunted. Don't put themselves in a situation where they're gonna get free hit by E1, because the entire game E1 had struggles with that. But the moment Zed was able to catch either Gary or Amzik, that's GG. It's over. Like at this point, Farsa really hurts. It really does feel like a meteorite to the face.
Yeah, it's... I don't know what to talk about sometimes in these fights, because it really just feels like in that fight as well. CG had the siege.